With the growing popularity of open-world games, it is evident that many exciting releases are on the horizon. Players worldwide eagerly await the arrival of new titles. Therefore, in today's video, I bring you 10 new open-world games that you need to play. Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, promises to bring graphical and gameplay advancements compared to its predecessor, as well as expanding the game's universe, as seen in the trailer, with new environments and enemies. Among the novelties, Kojima confirmed that the game no longer takes place in the American continent, although it is not clear exactly where the game will be set. The director also emphasized that, in the second game, the terrain will be affected by real-time natural disasters, including not only floods and avalanches, but also earthquakes and forest fires.
Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger, still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own, especially within the...
Scheduled to arrive on consoles and PC, Instinction, the new game from Hashbane Interactive Studio, will at least make you take a look at its proposal. Promising to be the successor to Dino Crisis, the iconic survival horror series from Capcom, the title also incorporates open-world and dynamic confrontations present in the Far Cry series. According to Hashbane, despite the game also being released for PS4 and Xbox One, the development focus is on the next-gen consoles. Instinction will support 4K and 60 FPS, and on the PS5, it will also feature capabilities enabled by the DualSense controller, with adaptive triggers and tactile feedback support. Set for 2025, Monster Hunter Wilds is the next game in Capcom's franchise of giant monsters, and one of the most impressive projects. Right off the bat, what impresses most about Monster Hunter Wilds is the visuals. Never has a game in the franchise looked so polished and detailed, with almost impeccable textures and extremely natural animations, conveying a sense of fluidity in gameplay. The environments, which used to be flatter, now feature more verticality and areas at different levels. The main menu map, for example, is divided into layers for better visualization. It's so large and complex. For comparison, the regions of Wilds are twice as large as the previous Monster Hunter titles, according to Fujioka, the art director and executive director of the project.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
The new Fable promises to bring back the classic atmosphere of the franchise. For those unfamiliar, the series was created by Lionhead Studios in 2004 and was quite successful in the fantasy RPG genre, bringing a dense story that shaped the character according to their choices. Something that the latest trailer made very clear is that the beloved and typically British humor of the game series is preserved, and it's also evident that Playground Games, the developer of the Forza Horizon series, will truly deliver something extra from a graphical perspective. Fable will be released in 2025 for PC and Xbox Series. The game will also be available at launch for the Game Pass subscription service.
I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young.
Killer is a new first-person action game with a retro-futuristic post-apocalyptic Western theme, inspired by games like Cyberpunk 2077. The game aims to deliver a first-person shooter with a single-player campaign full of progression options. The player takes on the role of Denzel Phoenix, the eponymous Killer, a bounty hunter in the service of Helion, the omnipresent corporation headquartered over the ruins of New York. In the game, Denzel discovers the truth about himself, putting him in the sights of various powerful factions, explains the title's synopsis. To ensure that this semi-open world, based on a central hub and various interconnected maps, is as interesting as the choices and dialogues in the plot, Paradark Studios has adopted the use of Unreal Engine 5. The resources of Epic Games' graphic engine enhance the game's art direction and enable highly immersive gameplay.
I am.
After many fan requests, Assassin's Creed Shadows finally takes the assassins to the East Asian country, being one of Ubisoft's main bets for 2024. Shadows is set in the final phase of Japan's Sengoku period between the 15th and 16th centuries during a long and violent civil war. Focusing on the country's unification, the story is led by the samurai Yasuke, who really existed, and the shinobi Naoe, and the player can switch between the two, whose plots intertwine. Much of Shadow's new design is focused on creating a lively and reactive world. You can see this in the dynamic lighting and destruction, but there is a much larger system at play: the seasons. The open world progresses through spring, summer, autumn, and winter, with each new period bringing its own weather conditions and terrain changes. Indie studio Dreamlit will release its open-world fantasy game focused on exploration and construction, Towers of Agazba, which will be launched for PlayStation 5 and PC via Steam in 2024. The game will focus on construction, where players must help their tribe build vast settlements and develop extensive ecosystems on an island full of fantasy and mysteries. Creativity will be essential to build cities that must maintain balance with the island's ecosystem. Towers of Agazba offers an atmosphere that promises to engage players and an original narrative, bringing a mysterious and expansive world full of surprises. Various novelties will be presented to players as they explore the dynamic island. Since the release of Dune Part 2 in cinemas, the game developed by Funcom has been attracting attention. Dune Awakening is an open-world survival MMO set in the universe created by writer Frank Herbert. However, it seems that the game is far from wanting to capitalize on the appeal of the films. On the contrary, Funcom seems to be moving away from classic concepts and opting for brutal PvP. There is nothing down-to-earth about Dune Awakening. The game is clearly an ambitious project and aims to truly bring a giant experience to its players. And perhaps there is no better place for that than the unforgiving desert of Arrakis. The game's visuals are stunning, and there is an immediate desire to explore the place thoroughly.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. But the humans that do awaken.
It took a few decades, but the first open-world Star Wars game is on the way. The game promises a different experience from what we have seen in the franchise. In terms of narrative, Outlaw's proposal is to explore a theme underutilized by the Star Wars universe: ordinary citizens who need to find a way to profit amidst the conflict between the Rebel Alliance and the Empire, as is the case with Kay. However, this means making enemies along the way, so the game features a reputation system that works similarly to the GTA franchise, where the protagonist can become wanted depending on their choices or actions.
I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
GTA 6 will be set in Leonida, a state in the fictional city of Vice City, which returns to the franchise after 18 years since its last appearance in GTA Vice City Stories, a prelude to the classic GTA Vice City. The map size is not yet known, but the settings go beyond the city streets, including beaches and indoor areas like houses and buildings. The aesthetic promises to lean towards neon. GTA 6 will feature two protagonists, Lucia and Jason, a couple of criminals akin to Bonnie and Clyde. Not much is known about the duo yet, such as motivations and origin stories, but it seems that both enter the criminal life together on the streets of Vice City.
swing home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
As a bonus, I bring Echoes of Elysium, an open-world survival RPG with airships. In the game, players will face survival in the ancient mechanical world of Elysium in this airship RPG set in the skies of mythical ancient Greece. They will embark on a unique odyssey through the destroyed landscape. Players will be able to design, build, and upgrade the airships, which also serve as a mobile base for them. It is through these airships that players can explore the skies, gather resources, develop weapons, gadgets, and equipment to survive. Throughout the adventure, players earn experience points, which can then be converted into new skills. Echoes of Elysium can be played alone or in cooperative mode. That was the list. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.